Peace, peace, viewers. Once again, this is Tommy Slaughter from A Vision Media Broadcast. We're going to bring you something special today, man. Once again, you know my shows, I always try to go dig in the bag. I try to take it all the way back to give people their shine that other people may forgot about. So I go and dig, I go get them and bring them back. You know what I mean? So people can know who they are. And I know they never forgot y'all at all. But some people just overlook things, you know what I mean? But I like to bring it back to existence. That's what I do. When we taking it back to the golden era, this is A Vision Media Broadcast. We have the man D-Wyze from the legendary group, the B.U.M.S, which stands for Brothas Unda Madness. You know what I mean? That's the acronym, Brothas Unda Madness.
Yes, sir.
You know? So yeah, so we here now, man. We talking to the brother, man. You had a bunch of hits. One of my favorite songs was Elevation, of course. You know what I mean?
Salute.
Elevation, but don't get me wrong, man. You know, y'all had a lot of hits. We talking Elevation, Wreck Your Ears. Who gives you the right? West Coast Smack, Wake Up. I mean, look, you know, you had hits, man. So these people, you know, they know who you are. They know who the bums are. And I just want to know, can you give me the history, man, of going back, man? How did all of this happen for y'all? Like, who was your biggest music influence back then that actually inspired you to get into hip hop?
First and foremost, shout out to D-Love and AJ Rock,
JVC Force. Shout out.
They are actually the group.
That's right.
Who inspired me to rap. I was listening to a show out in the Bay Area called K-Poo, and they run from 11 to 1.
K-Poo?
Yeah, KPOO. And it could have been like 2 songs before the end of the show. They world premiered it.
Wow.
This is back when cassettes was jumping off, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So if you didn't have that TDK, that 160 or that 90 minute, you had to be on deck to flip that bitch, turn it on. I had just caught the very beginning, and when I heard it, I was stuck. It was just something totally different from what I was hearing from back home. You know, with the Too Shorts. Back then was like Plan B. All the Saito. But they were younger than me. But these are the cats that I was listening to 3 times crazy.
Yeah.
But when I heard JVC for Strong Island.
Strong Island was the one. That thing that it hit Philly. See, it hit Philly hard where I'm at.
Yeah.
That thing there.
Man, I just got back from Philly.
Yeah, where at?
I was in Delaware and I was in West Philly.
Oh, West Side. Okay, where in the West?
I was fooling with my man All Purpose.
Okay.
From Prophets of the Ghetto, Baby Black. I was out there fooling with them cats. My manager E, he's from Delaware, so I was up in Delaware.
Okay.
But not to jump on that, but yeah, JVC.
Yeah, JVC Force.
They turned it on, and then growing up with Sway. You know what I'm saying?
Sway and Tech. I know.
So, I was with a group. I was with another cat when I first started off named CMT, formerly EA Ski, and me and him started together, and my sister was like, "You should hang out with Jonathan. You should hang out with Sway." I was like, "Sway?" He's like, "Yeah, he into that kind of style of hip hop that you like." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I went on and just we went to the same junior high school. We went to the same high school. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I've been knowing Sway since I was in maybe 8th grade, 9th grade, all the way through high school until now. And I just stuck around him. I had to pay dues, of course.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I just got put on. So, but going through JVC Force, that turned me on to it. That's when I started digging in the crates. The samples and stuff started coming in. Instead of just like, using keyboard and the drum machine. Back then, it was the 808 and the keyboard.
808, there you go.
Yeah, so shouts out to CMT Miraculous. But once I heard JVC Force,
that was the one.
Yeah, it was
on, right?
It was on. So
that beat is crazy, man.
and it's pretty sure that why Sway used it for one of his singles. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A record called Bum Rush the Sound. They used that record. So it really kind of like fit, you know what I'm saying? So I started hanging with Sway real tough. I became his barber. You know what I'm saying? So I was cutting Sway hair from the time he started getting with you know, doing his own independent thing with All City Productions. And then when they got signed to Giant, I was his barber. You know, some of my gear, I would let him, you know, rock my gear, shoes, all that shit.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. It was all for a purpose.
Wow.
Once Sway got on, he got on Cameo. The Wake Up Show was erected. And I was a door answer. I used to answer the door, bring the artists in, take their records, give them to the DJs, so on and so forth. So before I was a personality or even getting on the air, you had to pay those dues. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Sway and Tech, big time on that. CMT Miraculous, they played a big part. You know, JVC for just for that group atmosphere. Because at first when I heard the record, I couldn't think. I was like, is it one person just doing two parts?
Yeah.
So then when I finally seen the video, maybe about 3-4 months later, I think they played it on Soul Beat, and then I was like, oh shit! But I was still solo.
Yeah. The video was just them, just like on stage.
Yeah, they were on stage like at a party, like a live filming.
Yeah.
And after that, man, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
That's right.
Yeah, this is it. So that's why I took up the profession of being a barber, so I wouldn't have to punch nobody's clock, even though I have punched a lot of clocks. You know what I'm saying? To survive.
Yeah.
But to do music, being a barber gives you the most freedom.
Okay.
Most. So once I got with Sway and Tech, I was still going to barber school. I was working 2 jobs.
Yeah, because you can work around your schedule, man. You know, when you doing barber.
Yeah, I can work around I can basically take off when I want to.
Yeah.
You know, but I would have to, you know, get my grind on first.
Yeah.
When I take this time off, because you know it's gonna be a lot of money that had to be spent, and I got to make sure I got that to back it up when I come back.
That's right.
As well as still have the clientele, but being a barber MC, that was it for me. You know what I'm saying? After I got with Sway and Tech, you know, Evolve was just like me and him was just like in the same area.
Yeah.
You know, he was paying his dues, I was paying my dues. Evolve was a dancer. You know, he danced with Sway and Tech.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he danced with Sway and Tech, and he would, you know, he could rhyme. You know, he'll tell you himself. He's like, nah, you know, I wouldn't really want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I was just in the right place, right time, and we took advantage of it. And but he was like, "You D? I mean, you've been talking about this shit since you was in high school. You know, we went to different high schools. But after I got out of high school and I met him, Sway was like, stick with Evolve. I need you to stick with him. Like, I need to stay close." And once that happened, you know, it was all on the way.
The connection. So when you was with Sway, did you actually work there? Well, you did say you was opening the doors for the artists.
Yeah. I became a member. I became a unified member because I was always there.
Okay.
You know, they was like, me and Evolve was always there. It's like, yo, we tired of seeing these dudes, like, because we was just his, you know, Sway's boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I would be in the back seat writing all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to get that time on the air. Like, yo, let me get on the air. Let me do one, Jay. Yeah. And he'd be like, you're not ready. And so he's like, keep writing. He'll just turn around and be like, keep writing. You know, it'll piss you off. Like, you feel like you got it. Like, yeah, I got this.
Patience is everything.
And so he was like, he knew what he was doing. He's like, basically he was being an A&R.
Yeah.
You know, he was developing me. You know, he was like, he'll tell me like, you almost there. You're almost there. He said, but I need you to learn how to get your punchlines, your storytelling, your beginning, your middle, and your endings, you know, to a point. And so I was like, all right. So I had to start figuring things out, start getting better with my rhymes. I wasn't too metaphoric. I was always straight at you.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'm highly skilled in the flow. I can write. I'm a good storyteller. I got cool punchlines. I said, now just turn this into D-Wyze.
That's right. Yeah.
So just master all of that you know and what you got, and just make it the best that you can and that you are. And that's what I did. So I just basically just took who I was and just, here you are.
Put it all out there. let's go back just a little bit.
Yeah.
I know you and E from the Bay Area, correct?
Correct. I'm from East Oakland. He's from North Oakland.
Can you take me back, man, to how your teenage years was growing up in the East Bay Area?
East Oakland is either you gonna adapt or you gonna get swallowed. You understand?
Like Philly.
Hey man, it's like any inner city that you can come across. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, everybody had their times where, you know, you getting jumped, you might lose a fight, but in Oakland, you gotta let them know, like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna lose some fights, I'm gonna win some fights, and shit like that. But you gotta you gotta be like, I'm not scared though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and you just gotta, out there, man, you have to really be on a swivel, like from the time, because once you leave your neighborhood, you see in a whole different world.
Okay.
Whole different world. You know what I'm saying? So in your neighborhood is like your safety zone because everybody know you from there. But once you step outside of there, this is where you get your training.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was real. Growing up in East Oakland was, especially in the dope era, the real dope era out there was, it had a code. It was more organized. You know what I'm saying? And either you can be an affiliate or you can be an affiliate.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You could be on the outside looking in and be cool. I was the barber to most of the hustlers, the dope dealers,
How long were you cutting hair out there? Well, how long were you a barber?
Still a barber.
How long?
I never stopped. Man. I was a barber with the B.U.M.S. You know what I'm saying? I never stopped being a barber, man. I was always taught that you gotta always have something to fall back on.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a skill. That's a skill right there.
Yeah, and a good friend, well, my mother's ex-boyfriend, cat named Murphy.
Yeah.
Where I get all, get my little, my independence from. And he was like, look, if you can't make it working a job, going to school or whatever, he's like, pick up a trade. They could never take it away from you.
That's right.
Only way you can lose it if you lose it by, you fucking up, you're not paying your registration, your license, whatever, your business license. That's the only way you can fool it up. I've been a barber since 1991, licensed, and I've never had a fine, never had my license suspended, nothing on behind. Just been straight master barber since the B.U.M.S. since.
Wow,
I was so you know what I'm saying. It's my essence. It's me.
You also own your own shop too?
No, not anymore, man. I used to co-own in East Oakland, man. For about maybe 14 years, I ran a shop with my boy Enos, called Studio 107, and we both went to barber school at the same time in the early 90, 91.
Yeah.
And we both told each other that whoever get a shop first, we're gonna go bust down with each other.
Okay.
So actually, the same day I was looking at a place, he got a place.
Okay, the same day.
Yeah, same day. I kid you not. I put that on everything. And so I shot down there, and I was like, okay, it's in the hood, and it's right on East 14th, right across from, Durant Square.
Yeah.
The Brandy Park is behind us, Stone City. You got the Rolling Hundreds. You got the 90s behind us. You got the Alphabet. So, we in the hood.
That's right.
And so I was like, fuck it, man. Let's do it. So he's like, well, look, I'm not going to be in here for another 3 months. But, he handed me the keys, like, do what you going to do. So I started promoting it. Just walking from 107th all the way back down to 73rd, passing out flyers, letting them know we're a new shop. And I had already had a lot of clientele. So, but
that kind of helped.
Yeah, kind of helped real big time because we didn't have these.
That's right.
You couldn't just do a mask. You had to go out there and go hammer.
You had to do the leg work. You had to do the footwork at that time.
Yeah, so I became, the neighborhood barber. From even being in my neighborhood on 55th, and it just stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So I figure, it ain't broke. Just keep it moving. So here I am, D-Wyze of the B.U.M.S, AKA the Barber MC.
There you go. That's the Barber MC, man.
Yeah,
And that's interesting, man, what you're saying, because you stayed doing what you love to do.
Yeah.
You didn't give that up, and that's
Not
a
at all.
skill.
Not at all.
See, when you cutting hair, man, you make brothers feel good, man. You know what I mean? Like, you let them leave out with fresh cuts. That's what we love.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Even though they say, why you looking so rough? I was like, man, I don't line my beard. I just line it up.
You line it up and let it wild out. That's all.
I just let it wild out. I'm like,
you know.
So, but I'm a certified 6-day-a-week barber, and then at night I'm in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So I go to the crib, and I sit there for about maybe 3.5 hours, eat up with the family, and I hit the studio. And I'm in there until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I do it all over again.
That's dope, man. Let's take it up a little bit, because, like I told you, one of my favorite albums is Lyfe N Tyme, right?
Right.
And like I said, Elevation was a song where you can relax, you can bump it, turn it all the way up and chill, because the beat is crazy. You know what I mean? That's Teddy P. It's Teddy P. So let me ask you this, man. You know, once you walk me, just walk me through the song Elevation, man. Like, what's the message behind that song? Because I kind of know, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. But can you walk me through that and let me know what's the message with that song?
The record industry, man, straight up. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was inspired by, of course, by Q-Tip. You know, the rule number.
Yeah, 4,080. Is it? Yeah.
You know, and going from being, you know, a freestyle artist on the Wake Up Show, to all of a sudden being signed to, you know, All City Priority Records, you had to learn. You had to learn quick, and you had to listen. You had to be very aware of your situation that you were in. So, you know, those contracts, and that was actually one of the first records we sent to Priority, you know, when they signed us.
Oh, that was?
Yeah. And we was like, fuck it. We was like, look, man, fuck it. Let's do this. Let's put Elevation. Let's give it that.
Yeah.
They said, it's kind of like a smack at the industry. I'm like, no, it ain't. It's just telling the truth about what's going on in the industry.
In the industry, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then after that, people will, you know, after the one album, everybody said, well, what the fuck, D? You put Elevation out and you became a victim of it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
I'm like,
wow.
I was like,
what do you mean? What do you mean by you became a victim of it?
Well, you know, we got, you know, after Priority Records, you know, after one album, you know, you expect to do 2, 3 albums. You know, when you get signed, you know, you want to do the work. You know what I'm saying? And then all, you know, with inside of the industry shit happened. And then all of a sudden it just, you know what I'm saying? You cut ties.
Fade out. Yeah.
So then you go like, well, fuck, I was a part of it myself. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't happen because of, you know, my record. You know what I'm saying? It was part of being young. Okay. First of all, being young, not really understanding the record business until damn near in the middle of your career. You know what I'm saying? And then not buckling down and sticking to the, you know, what needs to be handled is the business. You know what I'm saying?
That's first and foremost.
First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? So but to do what we did with that album, we was like, you know, I said, okay, it's good. I said, yeah, it happened. You know, a lot of artists get in the game, they get signed. Some of them don't even make an album; they get a single. You know what I'm saying? They may have had an album deal, but it just turned into a single because they may have heard that album and been like, oh, I can't put that out. I'm not going to waste my money with that record. So, you know, not saying lucky for us, but we really wrote that album. We really took our time, all of it. Sway, Tech,
no ghostwriters. It's just
no ghostwriters. No ghostwriters. No ghostwriters.
Okay.
I can tell you this: it's only been one time in my career, somebody has wrote a rhyme for me, and it can only be from somebody in my group.
And your group,
both. Right, and it was at the time where I had a lot of shit going on, but I agreed to do the record. But he was like, "D, let me write it. He's like, he said, I know you. I said, all right, Evo, go ahead, go for it.
Who was that?
Evo.
Oh, E, okay.
Nobody else wrote nothing for me.
Okay.
Nobody else write nothing for me.
That's your brother, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I've written for him before. You know what I'm saying? I wrote verses, you know, chorus lines, and shit like that for Evo. You know, that's what we do.
Well, y'all duo, so you know, y'all group. So it's nothing wrong with that.
It'll be like, you know, we'll be on the phone. You know, back in the day when you're on the phone and we spitting the verses because we're in two different parts of the city.
Okay.
So once we got together, like the B.U.M.S was the B.U.M.S, you know, we solidified, we signed. We had to find an area where we can be together. Like, we got to be together so we can start putting this shit together, so we can start getting to know each other, because we didn't know each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I met Evo through the Wake Up Show, and from there, then we started freestyling.
Okay, that's how it happened.
Every other week we started freestyling, but we wasn't a group. He was solo, I was solo.
Okay.
So, but once we got meshed together, you know, him writing for me, yeah, man, go ahead, write that verse for me, man. Go ahead. And he actually wrote me. He depicted me pretty goddamn good, like my attributes, man. And I was like, okay, so if I did need a record, you know, with high metaphors or some, you know, some wild shit, I can go to Evo because he knows.
Yeah, go to Evo. Yeah. Wow. So that's how elevation came about. Because,
it was
the record labels, man.
Yeah, it was just one of those moments like, okay, we got to talk about this. You know, we're in the industry, you know, we have contracts, you know what I'm saying? I took mine to a lawyer, had it read to me in layman's terms, so I understood what was going on. Okay. You know what I'm saying, with the deal. So I took perfect advantage of it. I said, okay, sit back, enjoy the ride.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing about once you understand your contract, and you got to know what variables to touch.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta know, like, okay, I don't know nothing about that, but I want to know.
Did you and Evolve also see any success as far as finances with that album? Like, did y'all coming to some money, man, after making that album?
After the signing bonuses.
After all of that, the bonuses. Yeah.
Bonuses. After we got signed through Priority, we didn't get shit. You know what I'm saying? We got paid for shows here and there.
Okay.
But you know, the art and the fans is what kept me going. I didn't really trip off. I've been around money my whole life because I'm a barber and I grew up in East Oakland, so I grew up around the hustle. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I've seen stacks of money. I've seen stacks of dope. You know what I'm saying? I've been in dope houses. I've been in, you know, the whole 6ix9ine, the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've been around money. You know what I'm saying? So to be around it, you know, especially when you look at shit like, whoa, you know, you get a piece of paper and you look at it and go, whoa.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the first thing I did is I sat on it.
You sat for a little while. You ain't even touch it.
Yeah, you sit on it, you know, because because I was a barber and I was already making cool money. So I just basically just added it on to what I had. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you just keep doing what you're doing. So I just stayed being a barber and just kept adding on what I had.
So, you know so I'm guessing it's best. Yeah, what'd you say? Oh, you say.
But it's crazy that, you know, from that album going as far as it went, probably the record label and Sway and Tech, you know, they probably got the money that they put into it back. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like getting, you know, that platinum and that gold money, nah. You know, that was the early 90s, man. You had to keep punching. Punching, you know, record after record after record. And back then, you really never got no money off your first album. You know what I'm saying? Your first album really got you another placement for another record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, KRS One said that about his first album.
Yeah, you don't really make no money on your first album, man. Yeah. The first thing I took it as, man, it's an honor to be not working in a barbershop right now. You know what I'm saying? To go on the music that I wrote in the middle of the night and recorded in the middle of the night or the middle of the morning or whatever, that kept me going. Like, I couldn't believe that I'm in this position.
Yeah, right.
I'm in this position and I'm gonna take full advantage of it. I'm gonna learn it, I'm gonna understand it, I'm gonna hone it, I'm gonna master the craft, and whatever happens after this, I'm gonna keep it going.
And we're talking about 94. I want to say
94 until right now, man.
We're talking about 94, and you know, around that time, you had albums dropping like Mobb Deep, Nas. You had Biggie out.
We had Craig Mack. We had
the whole Boot Camp clique.
We had Boot Camp. We had Wu-Tang. We had Cypress Hill.
Yeah, Cypress Hill. So
as well as the Bay Area artists that was, you know, hot.
That's right.
You know, Sidle, God rest the dead. You know, it was, you know, we had Capital Tags, you know, EA Ski and them cats, Rally Row, Paris, the Conscious Daughters. We had so much shit coming out. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. You know, we had, what can I say? We had the Delinquents.
Delinquents.
Man, we were surrounded. E40, the Cool, the Clique. We were surrounded by shit.
But what I can say is that album made a statement. Lyfe N Tymes, when y'all dropped Lyfe N Tymes, it definitely made a statement. And
right.
do you feel that the B.U.M.S career should have kept going without stopping?
Absolutely.
In those years, man.
It didn't actually stop, man. It was more of, I think we were like when it all came to a head and the shit jumped off, and I was more in shock of, like, I was more pissed, like, yo, it wasn't supposed to end like, you know, like one album. And so, you know, I got pissed. You know, I was like, man, I'm not stopping. Stopping. And I like me and Evo, you know, he stepped, you know, I moved. We both just like kind of like we spread out. Yeah. And you know, we still in contact to this day. We still the B.U.M.S. The B.U.M.S are still the B.U.M.S.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, which is basically like we did one album. You know what I'm saying?
But the album made a statement. That album can go on for years.
Yeah, yeah. And it got plastered on the wall of hip hop, the Hip Hop Museum in the Bronx. And so it's on the Wall of Fame.
That's dope.
So it ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
It's not going nowhere. So when they think about 50 years of hip hop, in my mind, I'm sitting there going like, damn, I was a part of that shit. 28 years of 50 years of hip hop.
I'm glad you mentioned that. That was I was coming next with that.
Yeah.
You know, they still going on with the 50 years of hip hop. Like,
I just got back.
The show. Oh, so you were on stage.
Yes.
We
did the outskirts. We did we were in New York. I did a show in, where was the fucking show? The first show we did was in Philly. One show we did a show in Brooklyn.
Okay. And
then we did another show at Adam York Park, which is MCA for the Beastie Boys. So we did Together Forever, you know, the memorial for Jam Master Jay and MCA.
Yeah.
Up there. So I got stamped to do that. I'm more than welcome to come out every year to do that from now on. And so I was like, word? He's like, yeah. So I'm into that right now. So yeah, man, I was a part of 50 years of rock. I was part of Rock the Bells, man.
Now that's not Rock the Bells was at the Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, that was all that shit. But all of everything that was going on, the 50 years of hip hop is a part of Rock the Bells, man. Anything that got to do with 50 years of hip hop is part of the Rock the Bells. So
now,
Jay, so it's just celebrating 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just,
a lot of the shows.
So happy birthday, motherfucker!
That's right. And let me get this out the way. Happy 25th anniversary for the album. I know June 1st, 95 it dropped, right? And I know we a little past June, but still, it's not too far. Happy anniversary for the album.
Thank you, man. That was, and I got the album re-released.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you know,
on Spotify, right?
No, man. Live and direct, physical copies.
Okay.
Wax CDs and cassettes.
Wow.
So I met with this guy named Fat Philly. He kept hitting me, you know, on Instagram, in Facebook, and he's over in the UK.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yo, I'm with 90s hip hop, and we re-release classic albums." you guys have been called upon.
Wow.
And I was like, word? And he was like, yeah, man, we want to release your album. And I said, absolutely.
That's right.
So he's like, what? He said, but wait, hold on a minute. Time out. He said, there's a lot of little paperwork and stuff that we got to get cleared.
Oh, before
we take that out.
Yeah. So
I said, okay, well, let me do my due diligence on my end, and you do yours. So at that time, I didn't have a number. Me and Sway's brother, we live like a few exits from each other. Sway's brother, T. Cal.
Okay.
And so I didn't have Sway's number, so I hit him and said, could you shoot him a line? And then Fat Philly goes, I could call him. Wow. I said, okay, well, do this. I said, okay, tell him if he's with it that you guys want to re-release the album. If there's any financials involved, everybody split it all the way down the middle, get an even cut, and we go from there. And so, you know, I threw that at Evo, and I had him throw it at Sway and Tech, and Priority is no longer. I think Snoop is running it now.
Yeah, he is.
So it's all dispersed. So, you know, I got some plaques down there, Snoop. I need those. I got Street Fighter. I got plaques. I need my plaques.
Yeah, Street Fighter. That's right. We gonna get on that. We're gonna talk about that too.
So he got at Sway. Sway gave him the thumbs up. You know, we own the rights to the B.U.M.S. Okay. So me and Evo are the sole proprietors of the B.U.M.S.
Okay, that's good.
Whatever we do, you know, we do with it. You know, we got a couple of records that we got tucked down that we could throw at people, but you know, Evo's doing the family life and everything. Got two new little boys, so he's living right now. Yeah. But they went on and said, absolutely. So everybody got a little paper. Okay. And then it took them about 8 to 9 months to get everything done, and you know, the album covers, you know, print everything the same way. And I had to call Evo. I was like, yo, Evo. He was like, yeah. I said, hey, congratulations, motherfucker. And he was like, what? I said, you finally got paid from Lyfe N Tyme, motherfucker.
So are y'all still getting percentages, or you just split it down the middle and walked away?
We all split it down. We all split it. Yeah. It went on. So whatever copies that they put out, I think they threw out, I don't know how many thousands they threw out, but they sold out. They sold out. So inside of the deal, I had to where me and Evo, me and Fat Philly set it up to where we get, I think it was like 20 albums, 10 CDs, and like 10 cassettes a piece. Okay. You know, for our own personal. So, me take those things, put them on eBay, do an autograph on them.
That's right.
So I'm telling Evo, I said, those are profits. I say, then keep one. Build yourself a plaque, man. Look at your fruit, man. This is what you did. You know what I'm saying? And they can't take that from you. It's forever slated.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
that's your work, man.
We two Oakland boys who had a dream of, you know, making a nice rap album, or making a rap album, but didn't know that they was making a classic album.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying? And people were telling me, D, that's a classic album. I was like, huh?
It is a classic album. It definitely is.
But when you make it, you know, from when you make it, this is like, to me, when I was listening to it, it was just a bunch of songs, you know, with the title Lyfe N Tyme on it. You know what I'm saying? Then the way we did the placement of that record, how we formatted those songs, that's where it came into a picture to me. You know what I'm saying? That's when I, like, after, you know, you record.
It opened your eyes, like, okay, wow, here it goes.
So, I mean, I literally would tell people, like, just turn it on and close your eyes, blood, and just listen to it. I said, it's 50, I think it's like 58 minutes of some crazy East Oakland and North Oakland and Bay Area hip hop, blood. And I was just like, and then I get told, it's like, don't think about it's you, dude.
You know what, real quick, man, you know what that album, you know, when I hear that album, it's kind of familiar or similar to a Souls of Mischief album.
Yeah. Like, shouts out to Souls of Mischief.
Souls of Mischief. Yeah, like when you listen to Lyfe N Tyme, you can kind of zone out and think you listen to Souls of Mischief.
Absolutely. You know, we used to hang so much. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, me, A plus. You know, we all lived in the same neighborhood.
All
So
right.
we lived off of Oakland Ave. Evo lived on Harrison, which is like a block over.
Okay.
And I lived on Oakland Ave. A plus lived in the middle of the split, and Mystic lived right across the street from A plus.
Okay.
So the Souls of Mischief. So I was on the same street, Oakland Ave. A plus from the Souls of Mystic. Mystic Evo was on the other side, and then there was a couple other Dot, who is now the group called the Mechanics from the Bay Area. Mm-hmm. They live like. He lived like 15 minutes away from us. So we had everybody around us. Everybody.
Well, you know, let's go back to the 50 years of hip hop, right?
Right.
You know, a lot of those events was free. Some of them, like not the one at Yankee Stadium, but a lot of them.
Hell no.
Yeah, like the rest of them was kind of free.
Right.
Do the artists still get paid even if the show is free?
Nope. If the show is free, it's free. Everything is free.
Yeah, everything is free.
You know, it depends on the what artists that you're talking about. Most of the cats like us, Brand Nubian, Souls of Mischief getting paid because they on tour right now.
They on tour.
But you know, a lot of the artists they do it strictly because they're a part of it. It's the love.
Wow,
so
wow.
You know, when I went out there, I didn't get paid one goddamn dime. But what I did was I got some good networking. Mm-hmm. I met a lot of new people, especially the cast from the Jam Master Jay and MCA.
Yeah.
Boy shit. So I got invited to come out there every year now, and then just to get out there and just meet everybody. Now I'm around Craig G, Spoonie G.
Spoonie G, yeah.
Who else? DJ Too Tough.
Yeah, that's my man. Tough. Yeah, man, Tough always tough.
Yeah, Cool Rockski. He was there from the Fat Boys. He performed.
Yeah. Cool Rock. Shout out to Cool Rock too.
Yeah. So the people that I grew up listening to, Fat Boys, DJ Tuto, so damn tough. He's the one that originated for that scratch, and he from Philly.
Yeah, from my home.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's Too Tough. Shout out to Too Tough.
Shout out to Too Tough.
My man Tough. That's what's it at, man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this is I was blessed. I was blessed to be a part of, I guess a classic.
How did you get that phone call? Who called you to be a part of that? Like, who called you?
What for what? The 50 years of hip hop?
50 years of hip hop, yeah.
My manager Eric, my manager E-Boogie, he hit me up and he was like, "Hey, there's a good opportunity for you if you want to start, branching out and doing more shows out." He's like, "I think it'd be good for you to get on this this tour." It was called Tour for Life.
Yeah. So
I got on that tour and I probably did maybe 10, 12 shows with them, maybe 10 shows with them. I was with Rod Digger, Young Z from The Outsiders, Sheik Luch.
Sheik, yeah.
Everybody. So, we was with the big wigs. So they put me on the tour and I ended up going with my boy All Purpose, Mike Hands from Brooklyn. He's a Def Squad affiliate, and DJ J Ski.
Your phone the sound's going in and out. So.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you much better.
Maybe it's better I stay in my truck.
No, it was cool. I guess you got to be up close to something. Huh? You have any headphones?
Do I got headphones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some headphones, but them fuckers gonna be you're gonna probably get the same thing. But let's go. Let's keep going. I'll get them real quick.
Yeah, so can you name a particular song or album that changed your perspective on hip hop?
Oh man, perspective. I think the first let me see if you can hear me better.
Yeah.
Hold on, now I gotta go to the settings real quick. Just stay there, don't hang up.
All right, I got you.
Do. Come on, get to the settings. Let me turn this Bluetooth on the studio. Boom. Let's get these on real quick. No, these ain't. This. Well, go ahead, man, because my headphones is not connecting right now.
Well, they're not. Well, don't worry about it.
I'm at.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I hope my headphones is taking a shit on me. So we go.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I can hear you. We can keep going. Yeah, so can you name a particular song or album that changed your perspective on hip hop?
Rebel Without a Pause.
Chuck D, Public Enemy.
Man, when I got a taste of Chuck D, and I think I got a letter from the government the other day.
Black Steel, The Hour of Chaos.
When I heard that record right there, that's when I learned that you could say what you got to say.
That's right.
You could say what you got to say, and that hip hop was going to be a force to reckon with 5 years before that record came out anyway. But that record right there, and then Sway did a record called Concrete Jungle.
I heard that.
Yeah, off his album. It's called Concrete Jungle, and it was depicting a street life story. And it was just a story from, beginning, middle, and end. And once I started, hearing those kind of records, I knew the game was going to change. You know what I'm saying? I knew. So my thing was I said, okay, you got to adjust.
That's right.
So you got to not level up, but bar up like to that level to be able to, write these kind of records. And once we started once we got there, we did a record on there called Flex of a Finger. Okay. And it's telling a little street story, about some shit that you got into. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, you don't think you should be telling that story because it's true?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I mean, well, if it's true, my boy was with me at the whole time, So when I let him hear it, he was like, D, it's the truth, man. It's the truth. It's like, I'd be mad if you lied about it. So that Chuck D, Chuck D was really the
That's probably headphones. There you go.
No, that was me hitting the screen, but it was that Chuck D record that did it for me.
Chuck did it. You know what I mean?
It was Chuck.
Well, since you told me that, which I love, Black Steel and Hour of Chaos.
Right.
What is your favorite album of all time?
Mine.
There you go. That's the first time. There you go. Every time I ask somebody that, they always say another album.
Mine.
That's dope, man.
Mine.
Yeah, Lyfe N Tyme. You know what I mean? 1994.
My album, man. Shit.
That's where it at, man. Now, do you still play your album, man? Like often?
Yeah, man. It's in all my playlists. It's in there. I buy it too. I don't do that stream shit. I buy it.
You buy it?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. I support myself. Shit.
Do you still know all the lyrics to every song?
Fuck yeah. I get thrown on the spot all the time.
That's dope,
you know what I'm saying? Like Sway had a little thing called Sway Fest. It was like 2019, 2020. And I popped up. It was like, D, you going? Like, yeah, I'm gonna pop up. And I knew Sway was gonna do that shit, right? Because he called me in the crowd. He was like, yo, he said, D-Wyze, I see you out there.
Yeah.
I knew right there that he was gonna do it. The next thing you know, I think we did like a handshake. Then he pulled me up, and then he just handed me the mic, and he threw on
Elevation or what?
No, wreck your ears.
Wreck your ears.
Yeah. My crooked eyes right here. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, I got everything on that shit, the footage and everything.
So Sway and Heather B got something going on, right? As far as like the
Shade 45.
Shade 45, yeah.
Sway in the morning. Yeah, they got that going on. He live in NY now. I think he live like in, I don't know, Manhattan or something like that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know exactly where he living, but he's in NY now. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was gonna be out there anyway. After we did Yo MTV Raps, you know what I'm saying? I knew that was gonna happen. So.
It was on then, huh?
Yeah.
I know you said you still writing, right?
Yeah, I still record. I got fresh music out right now.
You still recording,
yeah.
And you never stopped since '91. Like since since '92. I guess since the beginning of time. You never stopped.
Nah.
1990. 1990. All right. What is your ultimate goal at the end of your career? And after you stop everything, what's your ultimate goal?
To know my legacy is slated. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I'm doing music wise is for the legacy of the B.U.M.S.
Okay.
Whether I'm doing solo music, whether I'm doing music with Evolve or with All Purpose, I'm in another group, JDP. I'm in another crew called 4/4 Unit.
Okay.
You know, we all in the same circle. And so we just like, okay, we could bounce around. That's why we get on these tours and we're able to go, you know, all together and go perform and be out there, you know, with each other. So it's like building our small little death squad. You know what I'm saying? Little crew.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I'm in the studio later tonight.
You still at it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Stay at it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Can you tell me about Street Fighter, man?
I wanted to be on the Friday soundtrack, right? It wasn't too many hip hop records on that soundtrack, so you know I think we submitted a record for Friday, but they said we fit better for the project they was doing for Street Fighter.
Okay.
And so we was like, well, how we gonna do it? He said, man, we gonna play the part. We gonna turn these characters into some rap motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And so once Joe Quicks produced it, and I was like, oh, this is different. I'm hearing on the from the other song, because it was like another song that called it had everybody on that motherfucker, and it was just bananas. They had like, I think Razzcazz on it.
Razz. Okay.
Paranoid, something like that. It was a crazy title, but we fit that criteria.
Okay.
And so, you know, when Joe's like, yo, man, we got this track, man. I think y'all, it's going to be perfect for this Street Fighter shit. It's going to lock it down, right? I was thinking like, yo, Joe, you be coming up with some crazy, you know, sayings.
Yeah.
Came true.
It came true, right?
Yeah, it came fucking true. So lo and behold, he calls me. He's like, yo, I got this track. I need you and Evo to come down here right now. I'm like, all right. So we go down there. We record the record. And it became bigger than what we expected off that soundtrack. They was like, yo, he said, yo, man, they feeling that record. I was like, what you mean? He said, they want to make it into a single. I was like, I don't care. Like, go for it. But they never made it into a single. It just became a classic record on the album.
Okay, so it never really got pushed out like that. I mean, it did.
Out, but the whole project sold, yeah. I think it went just under like $1 million. So everybody was slated a gold plaque out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So the B.U.M.S got one. Damn near everybody that was an artist on that soundtrack got a plaque for it.
Wow, that's dope.
So it went over. I think it went like 780 or something like that. Something like 80,000.
Wow. So yeah. So that's some good numbers, man.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man. That was some damn good numbers.
Yeah.
You know, wow. for a movie soundtrack in 94, 95.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yo, can you tell me who do you recognize these lyrics? My vocal peaks make the drums in your ears sleep, but wait a minute, let my man spin it while I speak.
Damn, that sound familiar. Damn, that sound familiar. Damn, who that? Come on, give it to me.
That's you, man.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Tell me which record that is mine. What?
That's you, man. That's your lyrics, man.
Oh, for which record?
Oh, man. You know what? I don't know the record, but those are your lyrics, man.
Say them again.
My vocal peaks make the drums in your ears sleep. But wait a minute. Let my man spin it while I speak.
yeah, that's me.
See, that's why I asked you in the beginning. I said, do you know all your lyrics?
Yeah, hey, listen, hey, you know what, man? I ain't gonna even lie about that. I know all the lyrics to the Lyfe N Tyme album when it's playing. You know, when it's playing, when I'm listening to it. Like, but if I was just sit down I could probably say each line from each verse on that album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's so many rhymes that a motherfucker wrote.
Yeah. So I can see you forgetting a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 53 years old too. Shit.
Wow. Okay.
But hey, wow. And everything else that come along with that is just like dawning back on you, like when you wrote it, what you was listening to. Yeah, I had headphones on that had foam on them back then. You know what I'm saying? So.
Wow. Yeah, lyrics is dope, man. Lyrics dope. Production was dope. You know, I love the album, man, and I think that's going to be no, I know that's going to be a forever classic, and it's already in the Hall of Fame. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, the museum.
I had to call Evo and tell him that. I was like, yo, Evo. I was like, man, you're in the Hall of Fame, man. He said, what? I said, Joe Fatal. I said, Joe Fatal hit me on Instagram in the DM. He's like, look at this picture I just posted, but look down by my arm. So I'm looking at the arm, and he goes, this is the Wall of Fame for 50 years of hip hop.
That's what I'm talking about.
I go, I'm looking. Then I start seeing the B.U.M.S. And you know how you go ahead and you screenshot it and you zoom it in?
Yeah.
And I just went. So wait a minute. And so I had to sit back. So I go in the house. I run in the house and I forget what I was getting ready to say because I was still so stuck. And he was like, yeah, you motherfuckers made it to the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. And I was like, whoa.
Were y'all like shocked or just like, wow, yeah?
I'm still, well, when I was out there, I had tried to go there every time we went to New York, but it was always like a fucking left turn going into my right turn.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I was gonna go before I left, just recently on the 7th, but they were closed on Monday.
Well, they shut down on Monday.
They shut down on Monday, so I'm going back out there. I think on the 17th of September, I'll be in Philly again for my boy All Purpose. And
yeah, what y'all gonna be doing? Are y'all gonna be rapping again, like on stage?
Yeah, he has a show, and I go up there and I represent for him, and I could tell you exactly where the festival.
Yeah, where it's gonna be at, man.
And yeah, but my man is finally, come on, where your name at, Dick? He got his phone back on finally. Where you at? But yeah, he gonna be somewhere with his boy Blesser. You see, we go. Philly, they're gonna be at it's gonna be the Airplay at Dalek Paradise? It's in Baltimore Ave in Philly.
Yeah, that's right up on. That's where everybody. It's like a small little club, a small venue.
Yeah. So he said it's a small venue.
Yeah, it's right near
this the flyer.
Yeah, it's near the train. It's right near the trolley, the train track.
Yeah, it's exactly what he said.
Exactly. It's right there. Yeah, I know exactly where it is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to dip back out there and go represent. You know what I'm saying, for my boy. I don't think I'm performing. I think I'm just gonna go out there and represent. If they want me to perform, I'm always on deck.
Yeah, but let me know, man. I want to get some little footage, man, and all that, man.
I'm always on deck.
yeah, I want some footage out there.
I keep my shows right here in my pocket.
That's dope, man. Listen, man, I really enjoyed talking to you, man.
Yeah, man, anytime.
You know, I was trying to I wanted to know if I could also get Evo on it, but I know he's probably busy. But that's cool because
hey, you know what? I tell you what. I'll reach out to Evo and we can set up another one. You can get us both.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
I can
make that happen. It's nothing.
Well, basically, with you telling me everything, I got a lot of information, man.
Yeah, I mean, but he can tell you some other information.
He can. You're right. And also, can you let the viewers know what's going on with you now, man? Like, what you have cooking right now?
Right now, I've been dropping a shitload of EPs, singles, under my own label, 55th Hill Records.
Okay.
Touring. I'm for hire. You need vocals. You need verses. Holla. I'm just working. Still working.
Still getting it in.
So the job is not done. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So until then, you'll be hearing D-Wyze of the Bums until the casket. So, hip hop music ain't got no numbers.
That's right.
They don't got no numbers. So I'm not giving them none. So I'm just working. So, you want to find that music, D-WYZE, Instagram, D-Wyze of the Bums, Facebook, D'Angelo D-Wyze Smith. I ain't afraid of my real name. I was the first D'Angelo before the singer.
Before the singer, D'Angelo.
Spotify, same thing. Videos, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You want to get shows, hit me up. Fly me out, throw a little change on me. I give you a damn good show. Let's go.
There you go. That's dope, man. And how you gotta tell me, man, how do you feel about this new music now? About the new, I don't want to say hip hop, about the new rap now.
It's a new genre of rap. That's what I call it.
Okay, how do you feel about the new genre? Let's say that.
Keep doing what you're doing. That's for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You guys earn that title. You know what I'm saying? Build it, don't destroy it.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? Like, if you want people to follow you, you better stay on the ball, because just like it came in, something else will. Watch out for us. Watch out for this right here, because we coming back.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about lyrics. Lyrics will never change.
That's right.
Like, and that's the one thing that bothers me about, you know, the new rap, is that they need more to talk about.
Yeah.
You know why they don't have more to talk about? Because they have lived long enough.
That's right.
To tell stories. You know what I'm saying? So all you can talk about is your money, your cars, your clubs, your drinking, and nothing like that. You know, and you know the nonsense that's going on with it.
That's right.
It's not for me. So, you know where I'm from. I'm from that cloth.
Right.
From that cloth. You know what I'm saying?
Cut from a different cloth.
Man, about as sharp as these shavers are. You know what I'm saying?
I really want to thank you, man. I do, man, for all the good information, for taking me back to the golden era, taking me back to those good times when music was really, really banging, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's still out there though.
It is, but it's kind of covered up. Like you can't.
Yeah, it's not in the forefront because you got all of that. You know that I can't really call it the way I really want to call it.
Yeah,
the fuckery that's going on you know, out there. It is what it is. You know, it's not stepping on my toes, and I'm not gonna step on its feet.
Right.
So, and plus, you know, you're gonna need a lot to fill these shoes right here. You know, before you can oppose, you know, anybody from my era with this era right now. It's just no comparison.
There you go.
It's no comparison. So I don't worry about it. I'll let them do them. You know, trill, trap. You know what I'm saying? It's a way that they're surviving. They're doing their craft. But I hope that from what they're doing now, they can take stories from that living and grow from it.
That's right.
Be able to expand that, you know, their horizons, because they're not all awful artists. They don't know how to go down their own path.
Yeah.
You know, and they're gonna get right behind, you know, the next band and keep doing what they're doing because it's working for them.
I guess I say they don't have a direction.
No, not at all. Not at all. See, they don't got the, you know, record labels not doing the same thing they used to do for artists like us anyway. You know, you had A&R development. You had managerial. You know, they kept you out of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you know, everything's at a click of a button, and you know, you show up and show out, and sometimes that show out is not a good show out. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I'd rather stick to the ground, level-headed. I can still walk in the store, still be recognized, and not really be, you know, tripped on. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, where, you know, I still stay on it. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
But I don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not. I don't look at it. I don't look for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not in. I mean, my vision is way bigger than what they got going on. For me to, you know, drop down there. So I'm not going to do it. But I do want them to succeed and basically respect the culture, man, because we before then worked fucking hard. You know, each song that you had to do, we had to compete with every different artist out there to be different.
That's right. That's right.
And that's the one thing I challenge them right now. I dare you to be different.
It's a little easier. It's like they get it, like how they say it. You get it so easy now. You don't have to work hard for it. You can say what you want. You can rap how you want.
Right.
You know, exactly. It just comes so easy to them. You know?
And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. It's just, it's not where I come from. I come from the ground of pushing, going out there, handing your music out, going into these DJ pools, dropping it in the box.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For them to hear your record, running up to the radio stations, playing, hey, yo, can you play my record? You know, they have no understanding of that kind of grind in this genre. And for us to, you know, now for us, we have to adjust to their shit.
Yeah.
So I found
I can't. My ears won't allow me to.
No, I'm not talking about the music.
To adjust.
To adjust to how to get the music out there. The
Okay.
Shit like that. So you know, I was so into, you know, physical copies, running into the mom and pop stores, your records in the stores and shit like that. That's where I come from. Right. So now I have to take that mentality and put it into this new way of you know, moving units.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, which is streams. So it is what it is. How I'm moving works just fine for me. It's at my cool pace.
Yeah.
Sometimes I could get hot. Sometimes I could just chill. I could just chill. You know, I could just put a record or two out, do some shows, make a little money, network, expand my horizons, and keep it moving. That's what I do.
Wow, man. I listen, man. This viewers, this is D-Wyze, man, from the legendary group, the B.U.M.S.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, he just gave y'all. We went back to school. He took us back to school, gave us some jewels. Right. You know, we talked about the golden era. I want to thank you once again. Can you give them your email or your social media handles where they can listen to some music?
Yeah, man, you can go on all the streaming sites, your iTunes, your Apple Music, your Spotify, your titles, your United Masters. Just type in D-W-Y-Z-E, you know, D apostrophe W-Y-Z-E of the B.U.M.S, or just type D-Wyze up there. It'll pop up. You'll see this ugly mug. Push click. Enjoy. YouTube, Instagram, D-Wyze of the B.U.M.S, D-Wyze 55 of the B.U.M.S. Twitter, same thing. TikTok, whatever they call that shit.
TikTok, yeah.
I'm on there too. So Snapchat, D-Wyze of the B.U.M.S. As long as you see the bald head, gray beard, you know what's me.
I thank you, man. I thank you for the interview.
Hey, I got you. That's your number, right?
Yeah, it's my number, man. Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'm gonna hit Evol up tonight. Hit him up, and I'll hit you back and let you know if he's good with the interview. We'll set it up.
Right? Listen, I thank you for that. I hope I see you in Philly and it's on.
Hey, hell yeah.
Peace out, brother.
Peace.
One.